Hello and welcome to MoReece J TV. Shout out to the MOGANG. Shout out to the REVGANG. Shout out to the Creek Squad. And shout out to the Blindsight Squad. What's good, what's good, what's good, guys? Let me give a shout out to Clover Squad as well. Shout out to you, Clover. There's a real one over there. You need to go check him out. The link is in my description. He's a REVGANger, just like me. So go check him out. We have also got to give a shout out to my man WASTLEAND WARRIORZ. I actually thought it said Wasteland Warriors until I double checked his name. It's actually WASTLEAND WARRIORZ 187. So we'll give a shout out to my guy. He's the guy who came through because it was actually him that requested what was it called? Keep the City Up. I forget the name of it now. It was a fire track. It had like this 80s vibe to it. It had like this proper 80s street vibe to it. I remember I went crazy. I absolutely loved the track. Just trying to remember the name of it. I'm sure it's like Night something. Nighthawks? Yeah, Nighthawks. Keep the City Up. Fire. So it's him that requested that. Go check that out. I enjoyed that reaction. I really did. He given another request now. This one is Madchild Badchild. Now this is a couple of years old. I know Madchild's been doing some things with Tom McDonald. I need to go check that out. But I've never heard this before. I've never heard this track. I'm sure a lot of people have. I know it's got a hell of views. I'm sure it's like 1.1 million views on this. So we're going to check it out today for my man's WASTLEAND WARRIORZ 187. So without further ado, this is Madchild Badchild official music video. Let's go, guys.
Bubbling but still missing something like I'm Diet Cola. Trying to boss up like Tony Soprano. I'm still a boss like I'm Joseph Bonanno. Feel stranded on an island like I'm Gilligan. Lost a couple teeth, went back to the grill again. Fans acting like it's killing them, these cheap tricks.
I like that. Lost a couple of teeth, went back to the grill again. You know, people reference the mouth as the grill.
Wasn't working, so I went and got my teeth fixed. Known for saying harsh remarks that are partially dark. Samples chopped like it's martial arts. Can't complain, kids like my art.
Samples chopped like it's martial arts. This is fire.
Feel like I'm still waiting for my life to start. Last 3 months, catatonic, feeling miserable. Walk around my city and I feel like I'm invisible. Never felt like I had to ask if I'm dope. Now Casper the ghost type, grasping for quotes.
You know, I can really relate to what he said there, where he says walk around my city and it, you know, feeling it's like you're invisible. Now, where I currently live, I never grew up. I grew up in the East End, in the greater East End of London, outside of Essex. And it was weird growing up. Like, it was like we were like a proper community, like the whole entire town. Everybody knew everybody. It was a rough place, but it was like everybody knew everybody. You know, it was, you could walk down the road, you could say hi to people, yeah, that everybody knew who you were, you knew who they were, you knew their parents, you knew their brothers, you knew their sisters, you knew everyone, yeah. It was like, it was almost like living in the country, but in the city, if that makes any sense. That's what it was like. It was like a country vibe in the city. Everyone knew everyone. And everyone, like, you know, you knew their cousins, you knew their brothers, you knew their sisters, you knew their parents, you knew their grandparents. Yeah, you could knock on a door and guarantee someone opened it. You recognise that person. And it was, but like, I've not been there for a few years now, but when I last went there, it was like, just different. It was just like this don't feel like home anymore, like it used to feel. So I get that. I think when places change and people change, and it's a horrible feeling, because you just left with the memory then, and your memory is the only part you get a little bit of that feeling back from.
So bad, so bad. Panic in my legs, feel heavy while I hallucinate. Standing on the ledge, about to jump, but I rejuvenate. Holding on, but I hope it's soon, cause pills the only way I know to patch these open wounds. Responsibility, literally killing me. Life used to sparkle, nothing's fucking thrilling me. Used to sit and gather my words, called it artillery. Now life is torture, would gladly end it willingly. Reason I'm still here for my dogs and my family. I don't expect anyone to understand me. When I was young, loved suicidal tendencies. Now I'm older, I got suicidal tendencies. Might be punished for my sins, that would make sense. Stars aligned once, haven't had a break since. Maybe I should lower the bar, it's raised too high. Maybe I should work harder, but I do try. Used to walk around, thank God I'm a shit. Now feel like a piece of shit in the bottomless pit. Trying to build my strength like beam so I could climb out. But life moves so fast, I need a time out. So bad, so bad. I ain't done nothing wrong, feeling bad. So bad. No, I ain't done nothing wrong. I feel bad. I feel bad.
Okay. That's the end there. That was fire. I loved that hook. I really loved the way that hook was. I guess that was a sample. I'm trying to think where that was a sample from. But it was fire, the way that was all put together. The lyrics were deep as hell. They were really, really deep. I think, you know, we all go through them. We all go through them times in life where we try so hard, and sometimes you just need to check out. Sometimes, you know, suicidal tendencies. You know, I don't like to talk about it, but sometimes you have to speak about it. I don't have them anymore. I used to have them quite a lot, you know, and I recommend anybody that is going through that time, I definitely recommend you go check out T-REV's Deep Depression and T-REV's Deep Depression 2. It really hits the nail on the head in both of those tracks, and you know, and there's some powerful messages in that. And this one right here, you know, I feel like a lot of people could relate to this. This is definitely a fire piece of work. It was a great way to express where he was at this time. I don't know much about Madchild, but this track definitely told me a lot. You know, he's obviously been through that, you know, through that world. Yeah, and I suppose sometimes, no matter how much things are looking bad, you just need to keep at that grind. You need to just keep grinding. Just ignore those bad moments. I mean, I have this little saying that I like to tell people when they're going through a bad time, and the saying is what would be the point of a good time if you don't have any bad? You need to embrace those bad times as much as you hate it. You need to just think to yourself, it's these bad times that keep me grinding for the good times. Yeah, so just take those bad times as fuel to the fire. Take it as a reason to keep striving for those good times. Yeah, instead of just, you know, letting them kick you down and beat you down. You know, if we didn't have bad times, we wouldn't have good times, because we'd have no way of differentiating the two. So, guys, you've been watching MoReece J TV, and I'd like to thank WASTLEAND WARRIORZ 187 for this track, and I thank you for watching MoReece J TV. Don't forget, go check out my hip hop shop on Facebook. I'll leave a link in the description for that. Also, Eminem fans, go check out my Eminem shop, which is also on Facebook. I'll leave a link in the description for that. And if you want to get yourself a MoReece J TV t-shirt from Teespring, I'll leave a link to my Teespring store in the description below. We just released our Vaseline merch as well, so go check that out on there. And any real big Eminem fans, go join our group on Facebook, Eminem Rap God. Just type that in on Facebook, go join that group over there, we'll take care of you. We're very strict on the standing. We want everybody to feel welcome. So please come check us out. So guys, you've been watching MoReece J TV, and I'll catch you again in a little bit. Take care, guys.